Hi, I'm Becky, my channel's What Beck Sews. Welcome back if you're a subscriber and welcome if you're new. Today is a Friday Sews in my regular slot where I share my sewing journey with you. So I hope you're all well, I hope you're all healthy, and I hope you've all had plenty of time to sew. So it's Friday today. Obviously when I spoke to you last, it was only Sunday and I had something that I was working on and sewing. So I'm going to talk about that because it's the only thing I've managed to get made up this week. But I also want to talk to you today about some sewing plans that I have because I've been starting to think about what I need to make up over the next few weeks. And I have two events that I am going to that I need to make something for. So let's start with what I'm wearing today. I am wearing my work from home comfies. So it's currently my lunch break. I am wearing a LB pullover by Paper Theory. This is in this French terry. It's not got any stretch to it fabric that I got from Rainbow Fabrics some point last year. And I have my Cozy Colour Stella joggers on. I will pop a picture in here. They will be a little bit dirty because I took the dogs for a quick walk, but that is what I'm wearing today. This is a great work from home outfit for me. I have to say it just hits all of the markers that I need it to be. It's okay enough to be on screen for meetings and it's just comfortable, and I've been in the office every day this week, so it's actually really nice to wear something elasticated. Just a quick life update for you. My uncle's still recovering well. Thank you for those that have sent me well wishes on that one. And also everybody that commented last week on the thing that I talked about with weight. I think I have gone back to everybody, but I just want to say a massive thank you. I walked through the doors of Slimming World last night, actually, because I'm filming this on a Thursday, and I'm back. I'm back to it, and I am feeling hopeful and motivated. So that's enough said on that. I'll let you know how I progress through if I do start losing some weight and feeling a little bit more comfortable in my own skin. So let's talk about what I've been up to. Last week when we spoke, I was making a Noodle Caramel jumpsuit out of this gorgeous fabric here. It's just these ditzy flowers and it's absolutely stunning. I got this from Birmingham Rag Market. It feels like a bubble crepe is what it feels like. It's really nice to work with. It's got a lot of movement in it, as I've found as I've been sewing it, but it's come together really well. Now, I am going to say, this make has been an absolute nightmare for me. I genuinely think I've had problem after problem after problem with it. So I've left the lining on this. I have made it. It's the scoop neck version. It's got a gathered in section here. You've got inseam pockets. And when I originally made it, I went back to the pattern because I've made this before. I'll pop a picture. You'll probably get fed up with this, but I'll pop a picture of the one I've made before in. And it's a little bit tight on the crotch area. And I felt that it was just sitting about here on my bust line rather than sitting underneath my bust line. Whether that's because my bust has just drooped over the years, we don't know. So I decided to add an inch into the bodice at the lengthen and shorten line, and then I also added an inch into the crotch area, so here on the lengthen and shorten line. Now, what I did think about it, but not too much. This fabric is a viscose drapey. It's almost got, I want to say it's got stretch in it because it's got that bubble effect to it. So it's got give in it. Not stretch, but certainly give. And the difference between that and the other fabric that I made my last one up in is the last one was in a structured fabric. So when I went to try this on the other night after I'd pieced the top and the bottom together, there was so much length in the body section, so much length. I mean, I had probably about that much length between the bottom of the trouser crotch and my actual crotch area. So I needed to do something. Now I'd put some elastic in, I'd really carefully piece the bodice together. Yeah, so I had to unpick it all, and when I was unpicking it all, my unpicker caught in an awkward place, which meant I then ended up like slicing through some bits up here, and I've ended up having to then trim the main bodice section. And then I have ended up having to try and reduce some of the length in the crotch area. I've ended up cutting across here. Now that's fine in principle, but what I'd already done, because the pockets in this, so these are the pockets, they come in, they fit into the seam line here. So my pockets are subsequently, I mean, they're nice deep pockets, but they're subsequently a bit shorter. And I had to take that into consideration when I was piecing this all back together. So then I thought, well, you're on to a winner now, Beckie. You're there, you're getting there. You've done it, you've made the amendments, it's likely to fit you, you've done it. No. So I'm not the best at putting zips in anyway. But using the lovely Rachel from Stitched Up's How to Insert an Invisible Zip, I found it really easy, actually. Her tutorial is brilliant, but my fabric was shifting. So it's not the most invisible zip on the planet, but it is a zip, it is in, and I think I've done it quite well. And it is a black background, so I'm not overly concerned that you can see the zipper in there. But practice makes perfect on that one, and actually using Rachel's tutorial is the way that I will go forward. And it is a functional zip, so it does work. Somehow I've got one side slightly higher than the other. I don't know how I've done that, because I did the whole trick with matching at the waistline, but then I wonder if it's got anything to do with the trimming that I've done. I don't know. Now, one thing that I have done on this is I have left this bit at the moment. So inside you have a lining to enclose these raw edges here. I've left this because I think I'm going to insert some elastic just to bring it in a little bit more. I mean, it fits me, it's nice. I haven't hemmed it yet. I need to hem it. It's about the last thing I need to do. I have popped some of my rainbow overlock thread on the bottom, but I just need to turn that up and hem it. So that will be my last job to do. It'll only be a really thin hem because it's actually long enough for me as it is. I'll pop some footage in here of me twirling in it, of me manoeuvring around in it. I've styled it with a Freya top and a couple of pictures so you can actually see what it looks like. I found the process of this a faff, and I don't know whether it's because last weekend when I started sewing it, I wasn't particularly in the mood for sewing this particular item. I had my mind and heart set on sewing up something else, but I'd already had this cut out and I really needed to get it done. And I am one of those people that if I'd stopped and put it to one side, it would have gone in that whip pile that I've got, and it would have stayed there because I would have lost my enthusiasm for it. Now, I think once I've added the elastic in, I do think it will bring that bust in slightly more, but I'm still not sure if I like it. It's okay, I think, and I do think that some of the mistakes that I was making with it is because I wasn't sure whether I liked it or not, honestly. So yeah, that is the Nina Lee Carmel jumpsuit. That is all I've got sewn up this week, but I have been starting to plan and think about things to make up for some events and activities that I have going on. So what I didn't tell you last week, in fact, there was a couple of things I didn't tell you last week. I need to go and grab something, bear with. So I got a gift from the lovely Grace, who is the nan that sews in MK. Now, Grace comes to my sewing social. We are the loveliest of friends. I have a picture here of us when we went to sew Brun with Adele, and she's just becoming a really good friend of ours, and she knew that neither Adele or I had one of these. Now, Adele did share this on her vlog as well, and this is a clapper, and it was just really sweet of her. And after the week that I had last week, I really wanted to share this with you. Now, I did have it in my pile of destruction that I have next to me on Sunday to share, and just didn't get round to it. And I had like pre-recorded it as well at one point, and I'd obviously not used that particular clip. So I just wanted to share that I had got that lovely gift from our lovely friend, along with a bunch of flowers. The other thing that happened last weekend was I won a pair of tickets to the Sewing for Pleasure show at the NEC from the lovely Beckie sewing studio. Now, I had one of Beckie's advent calendars over the Christmas period, and she does all sorts of wonderful things. So she does do fabric, she likes animal print, she likes a bit of colour, and you can see it from her website. I will leave the link down below to her website. She also does loads of little notions as well. So not notion, she does buttons, but she does loads of little sewing gifts, little things like, she's got sewing machine necklaces, she's got little magnetic pin dishes. There's lots of different things, and they are very different, but they're perfect for gifts for a sewist. So I'd recommend taking a look if you haven't seen them. So I'm telling you this because Adele and I had originally agreed this year, when we started talking about some of the events that we'd be going to together, we discussed the fact that we wouldn't probably go to all of them. And one of the ones that we weren't going to go to was the Sewing for Pleasure in the NEC, because we were going to the Stitch Festival the week after. But I've won a pair of tickets, so we've got to go, right? And I also reminded Adele that it's technically our friendiversary. First time I met Adele was this time last year at the Sewing for Pleasure show. I was heavily recovering from illness, and I didn't go for very long, but I'd already cancelled on her the October before because of my health, and I finally made it to the show, and it was amazing to meet her, and I got to meet Sarah for the first time. I got to meet Katie from Whatever Katie Sews, and obviously you can see all of these people have remained in my life for the last 12 months, but particularly Adele, who's become one of my sewing, well, she is my sewing best friend. She's just my sewing bestie in every way, shape and form. So it is technically our friendiversary, so we've got to go, haven't we? And I've got free tickets, so we've got to go. But we need to go on a budget, and we have even discussed various different ways that we need to do this. And we've also discussed all of the cheap methods that both of us will do. So it might even involve us having to leave our phones behind, so we didn't got access to our cards, and literally go in with the cash. So we are going to head to the NEC on the Sunday for the Sewing for Pleasure show, which I'm really looking forward to. I do quite like the NEC ones, and it is literally just up the road from me, but it does mean it's a busy couple of weeks. So that's one event that I need to make something up for. We also have the Stitch Festival, and I do want to make something new to wear to that. And then I also have a Gold Hawk Road trip. I'm going down to London and staying in Kensington with Shannon from Sewing Warehouse and Adele from Sew for Serenity in April. Now, the April one's a little while off, so I haven't really got to think about that one too much, but I have got to think about something, and I want to think about comfortable things. But I like wearing trousers at the moment. I think it's because I have put on a bit of weight. Sometimes wearing trousers just makes you feel a little bit more comfortable. So I went through my pattern stash online. I've bought multiple patterns over the years, and I haven't necessarily made them all up, and I've got like a little archive of them. And I forgot that I'd purchased this, which is another jumpsuit, but it looks a bit more fitted. So this is the Jennifer Lauren Farris jumpsuit, and it's got like a drawstring casing, but it's a button down jumpsuit, but it has got bust darts to make it more comfortable. Now, it'd be this version I'd be interested in making, because it's still not going to be really warm. And I think, I mean, it looks quite straightforward. I must admit here, I have got currently printed off the instructions, but also the A4 pieces to stick together. And normally I'll be a purchaser, but I thought, oh, I'll just be good, I'll print them all off and then just stick them together. But I think it's something like 75 pages, so that's it, just so you can see it without the blue screen on. And then these are the line drawings of the different variations of it as well. So can you see that? It looks quite good. Definitely looks up my street. It's something I would buy ready to wear. And I think I love the Davenport dress with the drawstring on it as well. I really like that effect. I wear my Davenport dresses all the time, so I'm wondering whether that I'd really like the effect of having a drawstring in the trousers. So it does say here that the chic and confident, fun and playful, the Farris jumpsuit and playsuit is perfect for any occasion, dressed up with statement earrings and heels, or played cool and casual with ballet flats and sneakers. The Farris is suitable for a confident seamstress looking to upskill. With its cute grown-on sleeves, V-neckline and angled bust darts, the Farris oozes confidence and sophistication. Paired with either shorts or long straight wide leg pants, falling just above the ground, you can wear this confidently. Plus, all-in-one pockets, which I think are like the slanted type pockets, although they look rounded on here. It'll be perfect pattern to play around with loud prints, soft colours and everything in between. Farris sports the same comfortable drawstring waistline as her sisters Mayberry and Quincy dress patterns. Now, I haven't looked at them, but I need to. Become your own designer by mix and matching the tops between all three sister patterns. More incentive for me to look at them. The curve Farris pattern also includes an additional pant option for needing more room in the seat. For more information, check out page 4 of instructions, which you don't need to know about that. So yeah, it talks about it being suitable for lightweight woven fashion fabric. So I've never made a Jennifer Lauren handmade jumpsuit before, but I really like the look of this jumpsuit. So I think that this is definitely an option for me to make up for either the Stitch Festival or for the Sewing for Pleasure show. Now, I've also shared the fact that I have the Nina Lee Kewbello jumpsuit, and I really want to make this as well. This one has another invisible zip in it though. So the Kewbello jumpsuit is a cross between two of her patterns, which is the Kew dress and the Portobello trousers. So I've printed off the instructions because I've actually got this on AO printed. But just so you can see the line drawings there. Now, because we're in the spring, it would be this one that I would be most interested in making. But I just think it's a stunning pattern. Again, I think it's quite suitable for advanced beginners. So she's popped here introducing the Kewbello jumpsuit. This is much requested hybrid created from two popular patterns, the Kew dress and the Portobello trousers. Both vintage inspired designs have come together to create a timeless jumpsuit perfect for all year round dressing. With a faux button placket at the front and a concealed zip closure in the back, you can choose between sleeves, straps, and trust me, you'll get compliments from any other way of styling. Suitable fabrics for this particular make are fabrics that are medium weight fabrics to lightweight fabrics with some drape, i.e. rayon, viscose, crepe and linen blends. So again, it's a faux button placket down the front, which is quite interesting. So at least there's no buttonholes to do. So I think that's also another really good option for both of those events. So I really need to think about making these up. Now, I did talk last weekend about making a Zadie jumpsuit. I was going to make it in a... Oh, I don't really want to look at the pile of destruction behind me. I have washed the fabric now. It's like a purple leopard print. I know that pattern quite well. It's one that I will easily be able to knock up, and I have got no plans this weekend, which is quite nice because it's nice to have a weekend off every now and again. So I am going to make that up over the weekend and then get one of these cut out and start on one of these. I think initially I'm going to start on this one just because it's not got a zip in it and I hate a zip. But yeah, I just want to get that done, get that sewn up and have some makes ready for those events. Now, I'm not sure what fabric to do the Farris jumpsuit in. I bought loads of new fabrics when I went away and went to that trip to Abercorn, so it could be one of those that I end up using, but I haven't made my mind up. So yeah, they're the patterns that I want to make. The other thing that I have, because I don't know if you spotted, I did have a third one here. I have just reprinted the Tilly and the Buttons Billy jumper because my pattern is so tatty, and I never make mine with the pockets, and it's partly because of the way that I've cut my pattern pieces. So I'm going to stick that all together and I'm going to make, I've got a couple of sweatshirting fabrics left in my stash, that I really want to make a couple of simple jumpers and jumper dresses with, and I love the billy, and I might as well just use the billy. It's the perfect sort of opportunity to do that. So I got that reprinted because I was on a mission this week with just getting myself prepared with some patterns that are comfortable and fairly easy as well. And that final one that I got reprinted was the Naya t-shirt. So the one that I had originally, it didn't have the pattern pieces needed grading. Get your words out, Beckie. I needed to grade the pattern pieces, so I just wanted to reprint. So I've got that perfect t-shirt pattern ready to go. Plus, I have seen the lovely Sam from Sequin Girly Creates, the lovely Adele from So for Serenity, and the lovely Sarah from So Sarah Styled. And I've actually done it in reverse order there of those that have made it, but they've all done a longer Naya length dress. So I think Sarah started the whole trend off with a maxi. I know that Adele's done like a knee length one. I think that Sam's done one with splits in the side that's just down to like a mid-axi one. So there's loads of choices there. So I have reprinted that to be able to do that. So that's it from me this week. It's short and sweet. I'm not rambling, hopefully, at you about anything. I will let you know how I get on in next week's Friday Sews. I don't think I'll have another vlog out this weekend. But take care, guys. Have a fantastic week, and I hope you get lots of sewing done. Bye.